this one. Perfect.
Alright, just want my hand.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, everybody.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Oh, there's a
Well, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Michael, hello.
How are you doing today, Michael? And Roseanne. Ooh, I want to see something.
What do you see?
How much of a delay it is.
Shouldn't be too
Yeah,
bad.
I noticed that too. There's a maybe 5-second delay. Yeah.
Starting now. 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Okay.
That's pretty good. Nice.
I have been too, Michael. Joe can answer for that.
Yeah. Been working on it for quite a while today.
8 hours now. And it's still almost one loop done yet. Almost.
Almost.
Yeah, I've been installing some power supplies here. Got a 10 amp power booster installed in there, and I'm still having problems. But hopefully, I can get them ironed out tonight.
I have a question
Yeah.
for you, Jim.
What's that?
All your lighting and everything, what do you use to power it?
For the room?
For the lighting on the layout, do you use a DC controller pack or?
Oh no. The lighting, I have a 12 volt. Well, actually, no. I take that back. I used to have a 12 volt. I now have a 5 volt DC power bus on the layout, and I use that for all the Arduino accessories that I have.
Okay.
Because all the Arduino accessories run on 5 volts.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, I used to have a 12 volt power bus, but as I started putting more and more, Arduino stuff on the layout, I was like, wow, I really need a 5 volt bus. And of course, you can do LEDs off 5 volts with no issue. So all my buildings are getting converted to LEDs.
Yeah.
I got a couple of things still left on 12 volts, but that'll be gotten rid of.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense now that I think of it. That's a lot more LED friendly without having to do resistors and all that.
Yeah, I still have to put some resistors in with the LEDs.
Yeah.
But again, the Arduinos, the sensors on my layout, the IR sensors, the current sensors, they all operate on the 5 volt DC. So, and that 5 volt DC is compatible with the NCE auxiliary input. I won't get into a big speech about it, but NCE has this auxiliary input accessory where it goes right back to JMRI, so JMRI knows which sensors are picked, and that all runs on 5 volts. So that's what I use.
Okay. I'm close, Joe.
He's getting close. So, I seen some news that I'm pretty excited for. From Broadway Limited and I believe it was Athearn.
Okay.
Let's see, I sent it to Cody. I need to pull up the link here. I should have been more prepared.
Thank you, by the way, Michael. I just seen that comment.
But, Broadway Limited is coming out with the Union Pacific Bull Moose, which is a 2880. And man, I'm pretty excited. Other than it's $732.
How much? $132?
$732.
$732.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's a lot of dough.
Yeah.
You could build a whole layout for $700.
Yeah. But the other thing, it was Scale Trains. So Scale Trains is retooling engines. So they're taking all their old runs that they did and making them less detailed of their rivet counters series. And let's see, it was $284 for a DCC sound engine. It's a Scaled Trains rivet counter.
Oh,
it's
wow.
hypotypical is what they called it, the hypotypical line. And man, $285. That's cheap for Scale Trains.
Yes. Although, that is... I don't plan on getting one, but it is kind of nice that they do a lower cost like that.
Well, you know, it's nice because their first run is going to be the Gevos.
Okay.
And let's see, just searching it here. Hypotypical. HO scale. I'll just bring this up over us. And price. Just so we get into this. So let's see, arriving October 31st for $284 or $184 for DCC ready.
DCC ready, okay, not including the chip.
No. But, you know, for Scale Trains, that's really not bad. Because it is still rivet counter, it's just not going to have specific details for certain, which, you know, for me that wouldn't be a big deal.
That wouldn't be a big deal for me either, because you know what I think about all the detail.
Let's see, rivet counter, yes, 44. I'm just looking to see what a normal price is. Let's do CPKC, why not?
My detail maximum is if it has ditch lights, great, and if it doesn't have anything else,
So for the same Gevo, other than the paint scheme, is $304 with DCC and sound. So that's, well, I guess that's only 20 bucks. But, still.
Oh yeah. Now that I lost it, there it is. This is what I was using, Jim.
Yeah.
Just
Double-sided tape.
standard.
Double-sided tape, yeah. You know,
That works.
actually, Paul, you know, that may not be a bad idea. You know, you have the double-sided tape. Now you can put the ballast right down over the double-sided tape with the track in place.
That is
Well,
true.
See how it holds up.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it'll hold it enough till you get some, you know, glue and water and alcohol and all that other good stuff.
So
You know,
what
all
my
you do is lay it down, vacuum it off, you know, the excess, and then just, you know, glue it down.
So what my actual plan is I have some 1-inch foam over there that I'm going to be doing.
Hello, Rebel.
Just behind the camera. Is I'm going to actually be pulling 90% of the track up, or actually all the track, and then laying foam down, but I don't have the extra amount of track, so I can't waste it, so I have to lay stuff out, get it kind of figured out what I'm doing, and then put everything down, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to basically have to build a layout twice, almost.
He's
So
just
you're
getting the
designing
basics.
this to lay it down.
But yeah, right now I am just getting the basic idea. If that makes any type of sense.
Rebel, if you have a floor, that's enough space.
Yeah. So,
You know, a lot of times, Corky, you know, what looks good on paper doesn't actually translate well in real life.
yeah.
So, you know, you're like, oh yeah, this grade will be no problem. This curve will be no problem. And then you go to build it and you're like, ooh, I wish I hadn't done that.
I will have to put something under this because I don't think your track is supposed to bounce.
I got some cardboard laying around.
The dog probably ripped some up somewhere upstairs that last time I went up there, so she pre-cut it for me.
Yeah.
Or that actually works. If I didn't need them, is my little track guide is like perfect.
Okay.
So
I see your problem. I have a cat that loves to just pretend she's Godzilla on my layout.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't allow my cat down in the basement. That's just, he goes crazy. He knocks stuff over left and right. He stays upstairs. Upstairs, I'm down here in the basement, by the way. I don't keep him in the attic.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep mine in the garage because the wife's somewhat allergic to her.
Oh wow, that's
even though it's her cat.
Okay.
My aunt is like that. Have a pet that allergic to.
Let's see if I do this. There we go.
That was strange. My fan just kicked off for no reason. And it's not one of the fancy ones that automatically turns on and off.
Oh boy, Rebel, I hope they're not too broken.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do the subways. The subway modeling.
That would be.
I used to work for the Transit Authority in Boston, and I have some of their equipment. The Green Line trolleys, the light rail vehicles. I got a few of them, but I just haven't set them up.
That would go probably perfect with your layout, Jim.
Well, definitely goes with the era.
Yeah.
Because I used the Type 5 LRVs, and that was perfect for the late 70s, early 80s.
I'm almost done, Joe.
Almost done.
Now I just gotta get 2 pieces, or 1 piece connected.
Let's see.
And I keep forgetting.
Island Model Works. Let's see if I can pull them up and get a link. Hello, local rail fan.
Local rail fan. Hi, how you doing, sir?
Hello.
Or ma'am, whichever one. Well, good.
So, have you guys went to any train shows lately?
Nope.
No, I am waiting for one coming up in September. The Old Colony Model Railroad Club does a train show, an annual train show, in Taunton, Mass. And I'll be going to that. I used to belong to that club, but unfortunately the club dissolved. And the layout now is in storage.
We'll just go steal it from them.
I'd love to get some of the stuff back that I built for the club.
Yeah.
It's club property.
Right.
Did you get any good engines, local rail fan? Or just a bunch of rolling stock? Oh, there you go. CPAC 44, some Bachmann. Oh, I love the cylindrical hoppers.
guessing Rebel, you're over by me. Kind of. You probably don't go to any Ohio train shows, do you, Rebel?
EOTD, what does that stand for again? Isn't that the light at the end of the...
Yeah, the Fred, the end of the light thing.
Yeah.
End of train device.
End of train device, yeah. Cody will come get you, Rebel. It'll be alright. He said, no, can't get a ride that far.
Oh. Well, he has one coming up in... When is that? Is that November, Rebel? The Fort Wayne?
So, yep, is waiting for November train show.
Okay, yeah. So
says I usually just go to the one in Fort Wayne or to the local vintage shops.
Okay, yep.
November 23rd, he says.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I knew it was either early December or late November, so maybe if I remember, I will contact you and maybe I will meet up with you if that is the thing you want.
So Jim, I see a silver passenger train flashing down there.
Yeah, that's my Amtrak GG1 there, and I have one lighted car, and it's not got very good pickup. And I just blew the circuit breaker. Now it's got no lights. Let me just reset that breaker. I'm just gonna push a button real quick.
All right. The spring show got canceled because somebody rented the hall that same weekend. Well, wait, you could have just kicked them out. Said, no, we're doing a train show.
That's an idea.
There we go. Yeah, there it is right there. It's in frame there. Oh, not quite yet with the delay. There it is. It's going over the drawbridge right now. Now, those drawbridges are automatic. They go up and down on the approach of a train. Normally, they're both in the up position. And it comes down to let the train pass, then goes back up again. And I'm hoping I don't put anything in the river tonight. I have no control over those drawbridges right now. JMRI is watching them. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Well, if I have a derailment, if I ever do get this finished, 90% likely it's hitting the concrete, so that's what I have going for me, because over there's a giant pit that I forgot about, or a giant hole in the wall, or no. The wall kicks in a lot, because it's a house built in 1920, and stuff didn't always work out the best back then. Although, this house is actually really strong. And actually really well built. It's just, I think the basement was added a lot later.
An afterthought.
Very much an afterthought.
A Walther's trailer train flat car and some JB Hunt trailers. Sounds like you got quite some good stuff though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and some other news, I sent my SD70 Ace off to Athearn to get looked at. So hopefully you'll be seeing that the next couple of streams. And running very well. Hi Sidetracks.
Hey Sidetracks, how you doing?
Hi Sidetracks. You know what, Joe? Since I brought up train shows, I have not checked that package of yours.
You know, I haven't either.
Because you know how it was at the wrong place the other day?
Yeah.
I never checked after that. So I probably should, because...
Let's see, did you sent me the tracking, didn't you?
I have no idea. I sent myself the tracking, I think. Maybe. Oh, yes I did. Let me see. I have a feeling. Oh, okay.
It's here?
It got there yesterday morning.
Oh.
So you can go to your P.O. box tomorrow if you're not doing anything, and you will have a gift.
I'll send the wife. I got quite a lot to do tomorrow.
It's a surprise that you don't know about. That's up to you if you want to tell people, but you don't have to.
Nah.
Let it be a surprise.
Well, for me, real fan, Union Pacific.
Where?
Your local rail fan asks, what's your favorite model railroading company? Oh.
Ooh.
For me, hands down, that would be Athearn.
Oh.
I mean, they're
Hello,
just,
Papa
reliable equipment. You know, easy to get parts, easy to maintain, fix, upkeep.
Yeah. I am 100% agreeing with Jim. I love Athearn.
For me, I would have to say... Now, a lot of people are going to dislike me for this, but I'm going to say Broadway Limited. This Gevo that I've got...
Oh, no, you didn't just say that, Joe, no.
I have had not a single problem with it.
Really? Oh.
Like,
Good.
everything. Other than the first time I ran it, it was my fault. I accidentally put too much smoke fluid in it. And it just got all over everything, but it didn't short out, it didn't do anything, I just had to go back through and clean it up. Yes, Michael, it's running by itself because I can't get anything to run on that inside loop. For some reason.
Trying to decide where I cut a piece of track.
But if we're going on the cheaper side... I don't know, probably a newer Proto 2000.
Protos are very good.
Simply because I know they are a little bit more expensive, but if you want to just throw a decoder in them, it's super easy. You just put the 8-pin and away it goes.
But my personal favorites are obviously the Athearn Blue Box. And then my second would be good old Kato, which this needs a whole lot of help. But I got it that way, so I didn't do anything. It's like it dropped off a table, basically.
Your local rail fan says, I have a Walthers Gevo that went over my table and it survived the 3.5-foot fall like a champ.
I don't have it down here, but all my floors are concrete, really dirty concrete and everything.
Same here.
And before, I was running 22-inch radius on here. I'm 28-inch right now for the outer loop. I didn't have a track go over this board here. I just added this board today. It went right about into here. So like right at this edge, and I did not have anything blocking it, and I had a Bachmann SD40 derail like right into here, and it fell off here and it hit the concrete. And it only had a broken truck clip, like the little clip that holds it into the frame.
Yeah.
Other than that, absolutely perfect. So, and I could actually, well, that.
You avoided some serious gravity tax there.
Yeah, and the thing is, for a while, I was waiting for it to come back into stock, is they didn't have the drive shaft or the clip for it. So I just had to pull the shell off and reinsert the drive shaft or it would disconnect from the front truck. But as long as I picked it up holding the front truck, it would kind of stay in the chassis where I could put it on track and it would run perfectly like normal. It's just if you picked it up and you did not pick it up with front truck, it would let the front truck drop and it would stretch the wires and the drive shaft would come undone. Other than that, ran perfect. And now that I got a new clip, it runs even better.
Yes, Michael, it is a fantasy paint scheme. One of the Greyhounds that they never did. And hello, Drew. Welcome.
Hi, Drew.
Yeah, Athearn Genesis. I love the older Athearn Genesis. Like my Turbine and the Big Boy, those are the older Athearn Genesis models, and the only one I haven't liked, but the only one I've had that's new is that SD70, and it just, I had to send it back. I have no idea what was going on with it, but did not want to play nice.
I'm still surprised about, because it's not the first run. Because I had the first run SD70 and it had problems. The ACE, the Genesis. And it had problems, I will 100% admit that. But it was first run and they fixed everything. But it wasn't even bad as problems that you had. That's what surprised me.
Where it could barely pull anything and
yeah, mine
speaker glue
great.
And
Just had the lighting problem and some wiring problems, but I sent it back and about 2 weeks later they...
Oh, hello, Big Hoss.
Hello, Big Hoss.
Big Hoss, hello.
I know your name, I can't remember it.
Oh, it's right there, Big Hoss.
I want to say John, but I know that's wrong.
I don't even want to attempt because I don't know and I don't want to say.
Morgan, that's right.
Oh.
Anyways. Hello, welcome.
That's the last I would have guessed, so I'm glad I didn't. I know people by usernames more than I do their actual names.
And then there's me, where I mostly remember names.
But I'm also one that I go by my nickname more than I do my real name also. Where 90% of my life, I was never called Cody, I was always called Corky.
Oh. And then I always call you Cody.
You're one of the only friends that actually do.
Cody is working on finishing his first loop of his layout, and me and Jim are just sitting back and hoping we don't have a derailment.
Yeah, I'm actually putting a new power supply to the test today. And I keep tripping the circuit breakers, but they're easy enough to reset. Still got to work on it. It's a reverse loop issue. I'm getting some shorting. The reverse loop isn't flopping over quick enough. But I'll get it ironed out. And mainly is those drawbridges. I'm just watching those drawbridges to make sure that they come down when they should. I got one going up right now. And the other one is down for a train that's about to cross it. Hopefully.
So a question about your train shed in the background there.
Oh, the roundhouse, yeah.
The roundhouse, yes. Do the doors open and close?
Yes, actually they do. Yep, they have little servos. There's one servo for each stall, and it's DCC controlled. It's on a function button for a locomotive. The turntable motor itself is on a DCC chip. It's address number 9 on my layout. So anytime you punch in address number locomotive number 9, you're getting the turntable. And on locomotive number 9, the function buttons that would normally be, bell, whistle, horn, whatever, those are all stall doors. You press on one of those function buttons to open the stall door.
Very nice.
And close it. So Again, my turntable's not indexed, but it's close enough to the edge of the table where you can eyeball it.
Right.
And with the DCC, you can really get it creeping at a very slow pace to get it to line up.
I could imagine.
Morgan just got his N-scale set up on 2 folding tables. I mean, I started on the dining room table, and then the wife said, "Alright, you gotta get it off, we gotta eat."
Mine is on the pool table, or mine was on the pool table, and then we kind of lost the use of the pool table, and I was not super happy with that. Well, Joe, that might be it. We might have got it. And I will have to do a new piece for this. I'm not a fan of that piece right there. But for today, I am fine with it.
Is it a full loop now?
It is a full loop.
Nice.
You're gonna have to crack a bottle of champagne here, Cody.
We're gonna need a beer.
Yeah.
I just need to...
That's where I'm at, Big Hoss. I can't do anymore because after I get all my loans and mortgage paid off here in about 3.5, 4 years, I'm packing up and I'm out of here. So this is as much as I can do for now. Still a decent amount, but
let's see. Now I gotta get some wires. Because I have no power going to the track. Or I have no way to power it. But I think before I've had a full loop and I only had one place wired, so I'm hoping
everything works.
I'm hoping it will work. I think it should.
I mean, you pretty much soldered everything. The only place I'd be concerned with is the fish plates.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember our name for them. Rail joiners.
Rail joiners, yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only problem I think I'm going to have with just running one wire for the whole loop right now is that last piece I did. There's a little bit of a gap that I'm not happy with, but
it's good enough.
Yeah. I just need to find some wire cutters.
I will take your advice for that, Michael. I don't want to be that close to Chicago. Just being in the state or surrounding states.
All I know is every time I went through Chicago, it's like, please get me out of here. I never want to go return or get close to it. I'm not a fan of that.
So you just got back into N scale, and you got 2 folding tables. Yep.
As long as it works, that is perfectly...
Oh yeah. Well, there's a lot of sectional track out there that works well on the floor these days. I mean, the Kato, tomato. They got, they've got their sectional track that's already, with the plastic ballast, and Bachmann has their easy track with the molded ballast, and they hold together, really well. What I was.
Cody's bougie. He's gotta be precise.
When I was a kid, when I was 10 years old and I was setting up my HO scale on the floor, I used to use modeling clay. That I put it on the and embed the track in the modeling clay to keep them together and from sliding around, that kind of thing. Of course, it was a wood floor, not a carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to set mine up in my room just on the carpet. And it was that real old orange shag carpet. So it was real great for all my trains.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Little orange fuzzies in the trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That might be good for that. Let's see.
You know, Rebel, that is a good point. Morgan could just set up, I mean, even an N scale, since he already has some equipment. Just a little switching board.
I need that.
It would get quite boring after a while, but some guys like that.
Yeah, a lot of guys are. I personally am not big into switching. I like sitting back and just watching them run around the room. And I'll do some switching here and there. You know, that's what I built the Tyco set for. But in general, my layout, there aren't many sidings at all.
I never did very much switching. I did a little, but I am going to be putting a decent sized yard in.
Yeah, put it up, oh, I don't remember if you have Facebook or not. But, yeah, definitely throw it in Discord. Oh, okay. Yeah, an N-scale switching board, you would have...
That's the last one.
Thanks, kiddo. You would have quite a lot of track.
Yeah.
And the only reason I did the switching part for my layout is so I could actually move different sets of trains and consists and all that.
One more wire.
Morgan's in the chat now, I see.
Oh, in the Discord?
On the Discord, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's the one that we talked to a couple times in Discord, Jim.
I don't believe I met Morgan.
It's Big Hoss, isn't it?
Big Odd, yes.
Yeah, we've been in Discord with him a couple times.
Yeah, if you wanted to join Morgan, you're more than welcome. I'll just move you in here and...
Hey, your microphone just did the thing of going really loud for a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just, I don't think it's done it since that last time. So, of course.
I wonder if it's because I mute it, and because when I bring my mic up, it mutes, and then when I bring it back down, it unmutes.
That.
So I'm almost wondering if that's part of the problem. Let's see here. Oh, there he is. Ah. Hello. Mr. Perry the Platypus.
Yep.
Hey, Morgan. Oh, I remember now.
Yep, I told you.
I remember the Smokey the Bear hat. Yes, okay. Remember.
Oh man, did you get to go see the big boy, Michael? It is quite a sight to see, isn't it? Oh. Let's see. Let's turn you up there.
Yeah, I got a new headset, so it's a little...
Oh, there you are.
That's not smart, but I never said I was.
No, don't go shocking yourself not working.
I'm not shooting myself, I'm burning myself. Okay, now it's cooled down. That's better.
Yes, I have an E8 or an E9, one of those, running on the layout right now, and it is tripping the circuit breaker constantly on the reverse loop. The GG1 runs through it fine, but that E8, it's one of those protos, and I don't know if it's the dirty wheels maybe or something like that, but it's just not flipping that reverse loop quick enough before the circuit breaker cuts out. So I have to keep getting up and resetting the circuit breaker.
Rebel says it's his job to shock himself, Cody.
There you go, Joe. There's what the layout looks like now.
Let's just bring it up here.
You can keep to shocking yourself, Rebel. I am perfectly fine with that.
Oh wow,
And gluing
that is
yourself
pretty
to it.
impressive.
Those are 6-foot folding tables. That's what the layout used to look like when I had it up before. And then I got the Kato the concrete version, and that's what I made now. I've got 3 loops. I can run 3 trains. I just wish I had more turns, more curve sections.
Is that Bachmann track you're using?
Kato.
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 Let's see.
I see you also enjoy the Union Pacific.
Well, let's just say I've got too much armor yellow in my fleet right now.
You can never have too much yellow.
I disagree with that statement heavily.
Well, that's the wrong side of the country for me.
One Union
I know.
Pacific is too much.
2 excursion sets that are virtually the same. I've got the big boy, I got the Challenger, the big boy, 844, the 2 E units. I just picked up an 80 Mac or 90 Mac. I have the Los Angeles set. I have the 6-car smooth-sided passenger car set. And then the 2 auxiliary cars.
I've got some UP passenger cars, but they don't run on 18-inch, so they don't go on the layout until the next one, I should say.
We will get you fixed, Joe. Don't you worry about that.
There's some stuff that I have. Everything that I've got car-wise is either microtrains, Auto, or Walthers.
Just a temporary thing. Just so I'm not pulling my DCC system off the layout.
Gonna tape it down.
It's getting double-sided tape.
Rebel says he's a Reading fan. So yellow is not his color. I agree with you, Rebel.
The Reading's got some nice color to it.
I gotta say, my top 3 railroads that I love the paint schemes is the Utah Railway, Union Pacific, and Rio Grande. But
Mm-hmm.
Brat.
I'm modeling the Boston and Maine here, and the beginner's paint scheme with the blue, the black, and the white. I think that's kind of sharp. But I'm modeling a little bit before that. I've got some of that stuff, but late 70s is what I like to model.
I like the transition.
That's the transition era for me. No, the 1970s when Amtrak first took over. That to me is the transition era. When all the passenger equipment went away from all the private companies and all got federalized.
My favorite era is during the steam and diesel transition era.
The steam to diesel, yes.
Yeah. That's my favorite time period.
yellow and 2 blues. They do those Ontarios do look good, Drew.
Yes. I like the Ontario Railway just in general. Let's see.
The yellow on the ONRs are remind me of the Chicago Northwestern yellow when they couldn't figure out what paint they were using.
Yeah. Well, Joe.
She gonna run?
It may. I'm just checking everything.
Oh, drum roll, please.
I have to figure a screwdriver first. Where I lose if my head was not attached, I would lose it.
Same here.
If I was to go with a specific road, I'd have to go with either the TMP/Mopac era and the Cotton Belt.
You really like gray.
Well, not necessarily. The Cotton Belt had the daylight scheme.
That is true.
They were a subsidiary of the Southern Pacific.
I deal in a railroad that is called the CO and RK.
Because Cody doesn't like mainstream.
No, I don't. And for the ones that don't know, the CO and RK is my own railroad that I started. And there is nothing known as stock engines. Everything has to change. Usually full width cowl body locos.
He's a streamliner.
That needs some more tape because that whole rail is moving. Oh, I never fixed this yet.
What'd you do?
That I haven't put anything under the bouncy rail, so that would have been bad. The second it goes over and it just dumps off the lighthouse.
I did just purchase one of the new. Actually, I have one of the new Digitrex controllers, like the DCS50, and I just bought one of the new Evolution series, the new cap throttles and all that. So I'm waiting for that to come in.
Oh yeah.
But I still prefer the old school style throttles, like what you've got, Corky.
Yes, I like these. And I like it
Hey,
even
Tim.
more that you can
Tim
use.
Bits and Pieces just joined us.
Oh,
Hey,
hello,
Tim.
Tim.
Oh, hi Tim.
Hello.
Let's see.
Figured
Look at
it's
Bristol.
time for a change in locomotives.
Joe,
Yes.
the Union Pacific ES44, is that a BLI one?
The gray one?
Yeah,
Yes.
that fantasy one that they did, didn't they?
Yep.
You get the smoke. Can't remember if that one's got the smoke.
Yes, it does
or
have
not.
the smoke unit in it. And man, it, here lately I've just had it off because it doesn't produce the realistic smoke.
There's paper on the track, but hopefully the snowplow will push it away.
I bought the, I think it's lights.
That works.
One of the bombs right here next to me.
We're doing. Oops. We're doing good so far.
Michael, I got the Ferris wheel from Salvation Army of all places, back when I was a kid. And my grandmother brought it out from South Dakota when she came out a few months after I moved here. So while I was still in process of moving in and getting the layout situated, I decided, hey, why not? Why not put it on? And it looks fairly decent.
What about some of that mega steam oil or steam fluid, smoke fluid? That has like different smoke scents to it and all that.
Which scent did you go for?
I have gingerbread, cinnamon roll, and coal-fired steamers.
Oh, I just have the plain Broadway Limited smoke fluid.
Because I've got a big boy, soon a Challenger, TNT 610 American Freedom paint, a Daylight, an FEF, and a big boy BLI.
In the HO scale?
Yeah. I've got one of the Challengers on pre-order.
Oh boy. That, I knew that wasn't clear and I forgot about it.
Is that the Flying Scotsman you got going there, Joe?
It is.
Looks like it's flying around the layout.
And
I mean, that thing
that's
is moving.
half power right now.
He likes trying to jump that off the side of the table.
I need to bring my 3 totes up there and run them on the layout. Bring my full tote of locomotives, full of passenger cars and freight cars.
I was kind of right. It did want to cut out on that piece, but I have made a full loop, Joe.
Heck
Yay.
yeah.
I have not done a full loop in probably 8 months. So it has made it.
Nice. Sorry, were you meaning me or Cody there, Morgan?
Probably you, since you've got the running layout.
I just did a full loop, thank you.
Yeah, no, you're more than welcome. Just stop on by and
I think it's gonna be kind of hard coming from all the way down south.
well, Utah is a long ways.
I'm in Texas.
Not too far then.
No.
Are you southern Texas, northern Texas?
Right now I'm down to the Gulf.
Oh, you are very much southern then.
But here soon I want to be moving back to my hometown in the northeastern part.
Of Texas?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the FW area.
Tim's got a question up there, and he wants to. Says he normally does a Wednesday video. Would people prefer 2 videos a week, or just 1 every week?
It kind of
Hmm.
depends.
You know, it's probably, Tim, one a week is probably good enough, because 2, I don't know if you have the I don't know what your personal schedule is or anything like that. But if you commit yourself to 2 videos a week, now you're just devoting all your free time to it.
He could do like 1 on Monday and then 1 like on Thursday. If he wanted to do 2 videos, do 1 at the beginning of the week and then 1 at the end of the week.
He is retired, but he does do a lot of other things.
Oh, Tim's retired?
Yeah.
Tim, I want one video a day. 7 videos a week, okay? You're retired. You have the time for it, okay?
Hello, ACHB Railway. Well, I just put the Scotsman on, and Cody just finished his first loop of the new layout.
Hello, Rainier. Or Rainier. Yes, I just finished the whole loop. It took all day today, but I finally got it. And of course, couple whole train to it, and the first one not even coupled. And it sounds like I have a derailment already.
The only thing that I have an issue with is with the mid scale. It's too small for my big fingers. That's my only issue.
I have really terrible eyes. I can barely do, like, if I'm soldering something on, like, for a decoder, oh man, I gotta get right up close to it, and it's not fun.
My eyesight's almost shot too, but I've got a little bit of a shaky hand when it comes to like small stuff like that.
HCHB Railway has joined us. Rainier, hi, how you doing?
Yes, hello.
Let's see, that's full bore right there. She is flying.
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Next thing you know, one of the coaches goes flying off.
That is flying, Joe.
So when I first got it, the curve right there next to my Digitrex system there, it decided it wanted to fly off, and thank goodness for those Hornby couplers,
Oh yeah.
because it would have flown off.
This is where my problem is with that switch.
Which is what?
Alright, Cordy, start crawling.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that's what my problem is, Joe. That boxcar decided that it did not want to go down one specific track, but it went down.
Oh,
So
you split the switch. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I don't have anything connected to the switches yet, but
I don't
So-
blame you there, Rainer. Traffic
No.
sucks. Out here where I live in Utah, it's the most traffic you got is semi trucks hauling crude oil. And I'm only 9-10 minutes away from my job.
what's
Your plywood cracked.
that's probably my back.
Cody's
Well-
got his big old butt stuck in the camera.
Well, that is interesting now.
Joe, I did send you a Facebook.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, I just seen that a few minutes ago.
Okay.
So, I noticed something. When there is power through the track, if my headset is close, because my headset's wireless,
Okay.
I get feedback from the track through the headset. That's interesting.
You mean like some electrical interference feedback or just
Yeah.
echo feedback?
Like electrical interference.
Drew wants to know if that table has an engineer's stamp, Cody.
An engineer. No.
I don't know an engineering's perspective, maybe a grease monkey's perspective. Maybe a backwoods.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it backwards. It's
Tim says you need a interference inductor coil on your person.
yeah.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Maybe a flux capacitor.
Yeah. You engineers, you always crack me up.
Let's try. This switch, I will have to figure out. Trial and error. But
Just
actually,
drill a hole and pin it shut.
well,
That's what I do. To where if a switch doesn't want to cooperate, I either solder it shut or I pin it shut.
well, at some point I will be actually using the switch. But this specific moment, not quite.
Yeah,
Let's
Cody,
see.
you need a tinfoil hat just for your conspiracies.
Tinfoil hat, yes.
But now that I think of it, now that I'm not doing the engine house over here,
Yeah.
I am probably going to make a cutout where I can just pop it up and then stand in the middle. Have like a little town. because I don't have the back or anything to do this crap.
Ah, how did that go for you, Rainer? Let's see. Was it yesterday, Cody, that we did the install?
That was Friday.
Friday. So me and Cody jumped on and we just did the install on this. I was gonna do it on stream, but considering it's a split frame and it's my first ever install other than just throwing a decoder on a 21 pin or an 8 pin where I had to fully solder everything, I figured it probably would take too long. And it did. Took, what was it, 4 hours, Cody?
Yeah, a little bit. Why did I lose power? You know what? I'm gonna go get something. I will be back.
Okay.
Welcome back. No, I've got. I put a screenshot of my roster, my HO roster, in general chat.
Oh, did you? Let's go see.
I don't even know if I put one of the newest ones.
Oh, wow. That big boy in that FEF. They're looking pretty good.
Oh, they're beautiful. Beautiful.
And Broadway Limited F7 and Broadway Limited Mikado.
Ah, we're not interested in that. I'm just kidding.
I was just going to ask you, that Monin, was that a Monin locomotive? The black and gold there? The E8 or E9, was it, that I just saw?
No. That's
Yeah, right
Texas
there.
Pacific.
That's what, sir?
Texas and Pacific.
Texas and Pacific. Okay.
Yeah. I need to update my roster on my N-scale roster.
Ooh, I do like that rail link. I love that blue.
That's West Sound too.
Really?
Yeah. Picked it up.
Oh, you got the Canadian National Support Our Troops? Oh.
That's not the CN one.
Oh, it's not?
I don't believe so. It doesn't have a roster or a.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything. Huh.
It's one of the BLI ones. So that one, the 2F units, and the Mikado are all BLI. Steam.
So you do have quite a bit of HO scale stuff.
Let's see. Is it underneath? No, it's not AC. ES44. What was it? I guess it was.
Got a derailment, I think? Maybe, possibly? No? Okay. Well, you know what? Just because I'm feeling spicy, I'm gonna flip this around.
It's a fantasy paint that
Oh, I did have a
that
derail.
Broadway Limited did. The only thing that I can't do with that unit, it's got a problem where it won't. I can't pull anything behind the actual engine. It'll just keep derailing the cars.
Really?
Yeah, be right back.
Have you... Oh. I was gonna say, I had that problem with mine, but I'll let him know when he gets back. But I just put a new coupler on it. So, Mr. Jim,
Yes.
how's your trains running? Is your drawbridges doing alright?
Drawbridges are actually working very well, but every 5 minutes I gotta get up and reset that circuit breaker. One particular locomotive on that reverse loop. The Amtrak does well, but that E8, E9 trips it just about every time. So I got to keep going up, walking over to the circuit breaker, and just resetting it. But that's something for me to work on during the week now. Now I've narrowed it down to a specific spot why this circuit breaker keeps tripping. So, push comes to shove, I just buy another reversing unit.
So what reversing unit do you normally use?
It's just a cheap MRC reverser. It's just this little module with 4 wires, 2 going to each of the sides of the reverser. And my layout's basically a giant dog bone.
Right.
And the dog bones are on reversing units.
So you say fairly cheap. When you say cheap, I think $15, $20.
I was actually looking at new ones today. A new MRC reversing unit goes for $36. And of course, I bought these years ago, so they were probably in the $10, $15 range when I bought them.
Jim,
What's that, Morgan?
what system do you run?
I'm running NCE.
I think. Let me look real quick. I know Digitrax has a reverser for reversing you, but I can't remember NCE does.
Yeah, I don't know about NCE. I don't know would the Digitrax work with the NCE system? I didn't think so.
I'm sorry, Morgan, I'm having a little trouble hearing your mic. Is that just me on my end?
If you right-click him, you can adjust user volume.
Oh, okay.
That might help.
Okay, my right.
So, I went to go get something, but my plan is going to backfire.
Is it?
Well, I went to go get some helpers.
Mm-hmm.
The coupler on that SD90, it's a little broken on the front.
Oh.
So, all of my helpers can't couple to it, and I don't know why it's dead. So,
You know, Tim, if you want to, you can just fly over here, buy whatever you need, and then just fly back. It'd be
but then you
cheaper.
have, although you would probably have import and export tax.
Well, if it's just on his carry-on or check bag, he
Yeah.
wouldn't need to import anything. It would be his personal items.
So NCE does make an auto reverser.
How much is it though?
Depending on where you go, MSRP is $70.
Wasn't the Digitrax one 80
30.
something?
Let me check.
The
What was-
Digitrax is 39, the reverser.
What was that one you were looking at the other day, Cody?
It was probably the Bachmann one, honestly.
I think it was the Bachmann one or something.
Bachmann one makes a cheap one.
But I do know the one was 39 on Digitrax.
So Digitrax, no, actually Cody may be right. The Digitrax one is $30. MSRP is $33.
Yeah, maybe I'll give the Digitrax one a shot. It's just a reversing unit.
Yep.
From what I understood, you technically can, but be careful because the systems may not intertwine with one another because it has to pick up the track signal from the track feeders and all that for the power and whatnot. So I don't know if it'll work with one another.
It might. Because I know Digitrax throttles will work on an NCE system.
Actually, they will not. I've tested that.
Really?
Yes, I've tested that, and Digitrax and NCE will not intertwine with one another.
I'll have to ask the club of what they did, because the club back home in South Dakota that I went to, a couple guys had... Shut up, Cody. A couple guys had Digitrax startles, the DT6, I think it is, the smaller one, and they were able to just plug into the panel for the NCE system.
Because those probably didn't need all the functions as like the DT40s and all those, the bigger ones.
Right.
Though I may be wrong, within that part, but I know for a fact Digitrax and NCE cannot be compatible on the systems themselves. But I know Bachmann and NCE will intertwine with one another. When I was, we had 2 auto reversing loops, not auto, but reversing loops on our own 30 loop, and we used, one of the club members, they used, one of them had a Bachmann auto reverser in it, and another one had some other brand of an auto reverser in it. I don't remember what brand it was, but I know one of them was Bachmann.
Yeah, because I'm using 2 of those MRC ones, and the one on the upper reverse loop works fine without a problem, no issues at all. It's the one on that bottom one in the staging yard. Actually, you can see on my layout there, to the right hand of the screen where the roundhouse is, that's a reverse loop up there, and underneath it is the staging yard, and there's a reverse loop down there. The one up top works well, but the one down below just gives me all sorts of issues.
Why am I back out of this?
Oh yeah, Joe, the reason I was laughing is you kind of blew our ears out again.
Oh. I don't... Well, this headset is 10 years old. It's...
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the cause of it, but... Yeah.
Has it been bad for Jim or Morgan?
Not that I've heard.
So...
I've actually got my volume cranked up a bit so that I can hear Morgan, but...
Have you heard staticky at all? Hello, Danny.
No, it's been fine. It's been fine on all around.
Oh, really?
Hey, Danny, how you doing, man? Danny and I are good friends, man. We talk all the time on chat.
Oh, good.
Thank
yeah,
you,
welcome
Michael.
back, Rebel. Oh yeah, Tim, how many pieces of Flex Track did you get for $170?
Jim, I posted a link to Tony's Strange Exchange for that NCE auto reverser.
Oh, awesome! Hey, it's in the chat right now.
Yeah, it's in the general chat.
Okay, I'll check that out after the stream. I've got like 1 million windows open right now. And if I open up another one, I'm afraid I may get that big blue screen of death. But as you can see right now, my layout is stalled again. So give me 2 seconds. I gotta get up and reset that circuit breaker.
20 pieces. Is that 3-foot lengths, Tim? $170 for 20 pieces. I'm assuming they were all new.
Trying to think, so I need a calculator.
1 meter, that's 3 feet, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. That's not too bad. That's pretty good, Tim. I went the cheapy route and went all used, but I have a whole box of Flex right here, but a lot of it is actually that's actually not, but of course now I can't find it, but a lot of it is brass. which I don't mind brass, you just have to keep it a little bit cleaner. But I mean, like, this whole bundle here, and I have another bundle of it, I paid $1 for.
You paid $1 for that?
Yeah, I paid $1 for that whole bundle, and then the local train show, I got amazing deals. So I got 2 bundles like that for $2, and then I got a box, which actually it was this box. It was filled to the top, full of random track for $5, and if I remember, it came with mostly brass, but there is quite a bit of nickel. All have the switch motors attached to them. What was it? It was 20 or 30 switches plus a bunch of other odd and end sectional for $5.
If I want to do an HO, I want to do one that's like sort of up around ceiling-ish, just like one track with a siding on one side where I can have 2 different trains if I want, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
If I do it in scale, I'm either gonna keep doing the table method, or get like my 8 sheet or something a little smaller, and have it like fold up against the wall. That way it's up and out of the way.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing that, but I was gonna do N scale all the way around the top. Just that way I could do it on the cheaper, not exactly cheap, but cheaper, and I could run really long trains and have the 30-inch radius.
Yep.
That's really small for up high.
But, you know, the ceiling is only 7 feet, so it's still, like, for me, I can still see it pretty well.
Oh, you don't have like 5 foot, whatever. You know what? I'm actually going to measure it. I have a tape measure right here.
A lot of people were telling me that it was going to be hard to see. Like, I would be better off doing G scale, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have $1,000 to put down on a G-Vo.
I want to say that ceiling's at least 4.5 feet, 5.
So to the pipe,
The lowest
it
point.
is 5'2".
Wow.
5'2.5". If you go to the actual beam, then you're talking, yeah, the 5'10". So with this, yeah. So
I know how you feel, Tim. I have to go to Denver just for a train show, which is 8 hours away.
I will.
Show coming up this coming weekend over in Temple, Texas. That's like 2.5 hours.
Temple, Texas. I don't. You just reminded me of a book I read about a murderer, a serial killer. I'm sorry, but like he was from Temple, Texas.
Yeah, Joe brings up all the dirt.
Yeah, there's a kind of half-hearted compliment there. Yeah, you remind me of a mass killer, a mass serial killer.
Well, he only killed like 3 women, but
Oh, there were women, so that's no problem.
well, yeah, like serial, not like 50 people. But you know, it's in the book.
That was just women.
He says, "Oh yeah, it's a small town of like 35,000 people," and I'm like, "I live in a town of 1,200 people. That's a small town, not 35,000." Oh, Cody, you can't say anything. You live in a city.
Well, basically, we're basically a city and then a bunch of smaller towns, but they're considered our city. So, yeah. Oh yeah, don't mind any of this mess back here.
I like your sleds up there. The nice tie-dye.
Yep, that is 20 years old almost. Actually, no, and actually, I don't know if you can actually see it. It has a giant crack in it.
I
But
can see it.
the thing is, them things are actually really fast. But the reason they're cracked is I jumped them all
boy.
the time when I was small.
What was
But
that?
all this mess back here, this is actually a washer and dryer, and then a bunch of my layout crap in it, because I'm still way early stages of layout. All of this is actually going to be a yard with a, like a lift-up bridge right here.
Cody, you jinxed me. The Scotsman just pushed its rear passenger car off the layout in
Did it?
between the wall where I can't get to it. Oh no!
It's funny because we was talking about earlier before the stream started and everything, how I have a giant gap in the wall where something like that can happen. So it's kind of funny we was talking
You jinxed me.
But
You know, Joe, it's easier to just put some insulation down those holes or a piece of plywood that just blocks off that section.
You know, I'm not that smart, okay? Well, I can see the passenger car, and it's in several pieces. So I'm not
Oh.
running it.
Ooh.
It'll be fine.
Keyword, it's fine.
It's fine.
Gravity, you win again.
Yeah, since I got lucky with gravity tax, that means Joe doesn't.
Let's see if I can get under here.
That's when you need to get a
I've got one, but it won't. That's 6-7 feet away from me, and this is only 2.5-3 feet. Oh well. It's just plastic, right?
It could be
Yeah.
What is this number? Is it not working?
I hear
Yeah, I don't-
derailments.
I don't know if Danny's still out there listening, but I was checking out his layout earlier today, and it's quite a nice little layout there he's got. He just it's track on foam board right now, but it's a nice layout for running multiple trains.
It's alright. The little push pin just broke. But I've got more. I'll just steal one from one of these Alberta cylindrical happers.
Now, I gotta figure
Hopefully.
some issues.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Let's run this backwards.
This
Because now, I don't have any power over here.
Oh god. I dropped it.
That's-
Eh.
Trying to be slick and out of train without being on camera, but it didn't work. I think it's that whole piece right there. The whole piece, the one piece that I am not happy with.
Where it's got the gap in it.
Yeah. So let's see.
Price. That is an hour, 45 minutes to an hour away from me. South. Yeah, that pin's not gonna work. That sucks. Oh well.
So it's not that. That's interesting.
Wait a second here. Hold on. I just see something in the chat here. Did Michael just use Tycho and crap together?
Typo.
Tycho crap? Is that what you just said, sir? Those are fighting words, sir.
You're in Price now?
We were in price for 10 days. It said.
This
Wonder when-
little pin that holds us in. And I don't even know what I did with the old one.
Oh, it's like the Concord crap pins.
Yeah, I just kind of snapped it off. There's a little tiny chip in the wheel, but I don't think it's going to affect it too much with these giant flanges.
Oh my God! I just reread that thing. He said typo, Typo. Sorry, Michael. I thought you said tyco, Tyco. I misread it. Okay, open mouth, insert foot.
I don't even know how to get these Hornby coaches apart.
Let's see.
There's no
3,
screws.
4.
I think, does the roof just come off? Kind of feels like it's...
That-
Oh, it does.
So that is something interesting. So I put these 2 engines right here on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, Tim. I need my glasses clean.
When I had my SD90 on the track, these would not work. I take the SD90 off and these work now. That is interesting.
Typo again. Yes, Typo. Typo. Yes. C-spot run. Typo.
Let's see.
Yeah, Michael, if you're in Price now, maybe I could run out there next weekend. I do have to go grocery shopping. I normally go to that Walmart, so maybe we could say hi.
I just wanted to be special. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Huh.
Hey, Michael. Joe told me, and I meant to call you about it, and I forgot.
What'd I do?
Did you forget or not forget, did you figure out your Loco Steel problem with was it the Challenger?
I believe that is what he said. Yeah, I need to go get my glasses. I don't know where they are, but I need to get them. Now I just need a screw.
Don't we all?
Hey, I need a screw. I don't need 2 screws.
You don't need a screwdriver.
Because Joe told me you was having problems with selecting a road number or something like that.
I believe it was 844, but don't quote me.
Because I might be able to help you at some point, maybe.
Oh, there's my little screwdriver, the one I was looking for earlier.
You know, Joe, it helps you put it back in the right spot.
It would. It would help if instead of putting it all in my drawer of my desk, putting it back in the toolbox.
Why is this car automatically tilting for no reason? I'll have to look into that. Because that has a really big tilt into it. The truck's need tightened.
Oh, perfect. He did get it going.
Where we set. Okay. Good to hear, because yeah, he said something a little while back about it, and it's like, I meant to call you, and it's like, so, alright, I'm glad you got it figured out and Polly helped you.
I gotta remember where all my screws are. think I got one over here somewhere.
Let's see. The problem is this car is my car where I use for the not the transfer car, whatever the coupler car is. For whatever reason, it wants to flip over just sitting still.
Can we get a better look at that Corky there? The
Yeah.
side view of that boxcar there. That orange and blue looks pretty sharp.
Thank you. It has passenger
There we go.
cars.
Yeah.
It has passenger cars to go with it.
I didn't know you painted a boxcar. I thought it
Yeah.
was just passenger cars.
Well, the passenger cars have they're the Concours with the mile-long horn hook. So I haven't replaced it yet, or replaced them yet. I have to body mount them because I have not body mounted them yet. Like I have on the other ones I have. So I need to body mount the couplers on them. But for now, I've been using this as like the combine car. But with it wanting to flip over, just sitting still, I have a feeling it's gonna flip over if I put it on the layout. So I need to figure.
I may have found something. Giant screw.
Let me put this shell back on.
Already.
So, Joe, since you have gotten experience putting a decoder in, what decoder are you going to put in over stream? Or what engine are you going to put a decoder in?
I think I leave that up to the people. Don't you? So
Yeah,
let's
you
see.
would.
There's...
You're going to pick the easiest decoder installs.
No, you'd be surprised. So, first one up, it's the Scotsman. It's gonna be real fun, I already know.
Yep.
But there's option 1. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Ugh. Option 2, Athearn Blue Box, PA1 Union Pacific. And then, come here. Option 3 is my Proto 2000 SD7s. Since those are just the 8 pins, it'll be fairly easy. So I figured might as well do both at the same time. Option 4 is this little Tyco switcher, because there is quite a lot of room in here.
The little Plymouth switcher there, yeah. Those are cool.
And then option 5 is already on the layout. Oh, I'm not even showing it. My bad. I will run through this again.
I'm not even showing what I've been doing either.
For the stream, instead of just Discord. Option 1, Scotsman. Option 2, Athearn Blue Box PA1. Option 3, my little Tyco switcher. 4, where did I just set the, there it is. My SD7s.
Yeah, the Black Widow paint scheme's pretty sharp. I like that.
And number 5, the Atlas SW2 switcher. Which I believe there's just enough room in the cab.
That's an Atlas switcher?
Yes, this is the one that I stole from Cody.
Oh. That is a good little switch.
Which I still haven't done the video on.
It's funny because I was not going to have a yard, so I sold it to you. And now I'm doing a big yard.
And I want it back.
No, I have a little different engine I'm actually going to use for a switcher type.
Let's see, I'm just gonna write these down now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scott's.
This engine does not want to behave.
1. Go.
So it loses its privileges.
SD7s. And SW2. Alright, so I've got 1 vote for the SW2. I'm not sure about the knuckle springs there, Tim. Are you talking about the itty bitty springs that go in the couplers? Or are you talking about the box ones that make it go back and forth? Oh, okay. Yes. I would say probably the longest one to give you a better coupling. Like, it might not couple up better, but that would give it less chance to uncouple.
I'm really not too familiar with the different sizes of those springs.
Oh, okay.
You know, when I get them out of the little package, they all look the same size to me. I can barely tell them apart. And boy, do I have a hard time trying to put those in the knuckles. It's really challenging.
Let's see, this one, so these couplers I've got on here that I'm looking at, they're KD something or another. They're the long shank ones that have the tangs on them already. And these springs are gold. So I'd imagine those would, I mean, that's what I have.
I brought gifts.
You brought me gifts? Oh.
I brought some passengers a gift. A little weight. Because a couple of these are light, and I don't remember which. So I'm going to fix the problem before it becomes a problem. That coupler is going to be a problem.
I've got some old Adler, the mass production stainless steel, supposed to be stainless steel, passenger cars.
Yep.
I've got them in the Amtrak paint.
I
put about 10, 15 ounces worth of
Yep. The weight.
In each one. My Amtrak CF7 can't pull all of them, including the MHC.
Oh. Yeah, I had some of them Amtraks, and then I cut them apart and made a custom train out of them. And then I had one, which they were the same cars in Southern Pacific that I sold with a GS4. Sold it as a set. This roof is being not cooperative.
What did I do with that tree? There it is.
I don't think I've took this roof off since I painted it. It's probably a problem. I will come back to him. Oh look, another car that has no weight in it. That hit the floor. Oh, it's good. Let's add weights now.
I don't know how well Dave's gonna like this idea, but I'm drilling into this passenger car.
Oh boy.
Because my screw is too long,
Oh.
and I don't have any other sizes. Let's go one size smaller.
Yeah, Dave probably gonna unsubscribe from you for that. Let's see. How many quarter ounce?
It's alright, just don't tell him.
You don't tell him. What about the stream?
Ah, he won't see it. I'll take, one. There, Tim.
Oh, I have a ton of different screws too. Although, for a while, I couldn't find them today, and then I found them, and then I couldn't stop finding them. I just needed to go in the right place in the garage.
There we go. Sorry, I snuck away for a second there real quick.
Oh,
I
you're
had to change
fine.
one of those. I had to change one of those locomotives out, the one that keeps tripping the circuit breaker. So I'm going to put on a BL2 locomotive and see if that works any better with it.
That should be enough weight for now. Now I gotta go back to the one that's causing problems. It really is causing problems, isn't it? I guess it doesn't want to have weight added to it.
Give me a second. Doing some paperwork.
Hey, finally got it. I thought it was gonna hit the floor too.
So, remind me to make sure I do it on the right side this time.
Do it on the right side.
I did it on the wrong side.
Oh. Wait, did you put the screw in the wrong side?
No.
Well,
Oh.
was the right side the left side, or the wrong side the right side?
Yes.
That's gonna. I already had a feeling that's what your response was. Don't worry, when I put my new Dash 9 back together, I put the trucks on backwards. So, what was it? Friday, I was put 2 DC locos on a track and turned the power on, and they went the opposite direction. And for a minute, my brain could not figure out why. That on DC, the trains were going to be off the trip. And then I realized that I'm dumb and I put the truck on backwards.
Better. Now if it'll just snap back into place, we'll be all fine and dandy and nothing ever happened.
I don't know if I brought enough weights with me.
Just bring the whole bag and dump them in. It'll be
Oh,
alright.
I was half tempted to bring the like 10-pound bag.
Snatching wheel weights from work again.
No, we do a lot of our own balancing of wheels, so we have a whole bag of them. I'm hiding.
No, that's
Yeah.
me that steals them from work.
Yes, that's Joe.
Oh man.
And then he ships them across the state.
That car is very rough.
And of course I would forget to put the weight in.
And who cares about the weights?
Gravity cares.
Yes.
As I learned from paying the gravity tax just now.
That was called the cheese tax.
The cheese tax.
I just paid the knife tax with my finger.
Oh god. There's no blood, is there?
Not this time. So I paid the burn tax and the knife tax.
Yes, Tim. My trains, I'm actually controlling the speed on them right now. I have a couple of throttles open on JMRI so that they don't run into the backs of each other. You know, again, my layout's a giant dog bone, and it's possible for one train to catch the other and rear end it. But the drawbridges are being controlled right now by JMRI. When the train hits the block previous to the bridge, it closes them. And then when it exits the block that's after the bridge, it opens back up again.
Good old Concord pins that I do not like.
Oh, JMRI is Java Model Railroad Interface. It's a shareware that's available online. It's free. I like that. Everything that's free, I like. And you can download that onto your computer. And if you have a computer interface from your DCC system to your computer, you can digitally control your trains from the computer with the software.
Oh, that's right. Tim is one of those angry old guys that doesn't like DCC and diesels. He doesn't like diesels. But he has quite a lot of them. He won't admit it, but he does.
There we go. Got a decently sized passenger train. I did have a decently sized. Oh, it's this track. I am going to be ripping this up tomorrow.
But you just got it done.
Well, when I don't have a train that will pass it because it's poo.
That's a good point. Welcome back, local rail fan. Let's see. Where is this one?
And it derailed. Yep, tearing that apart tomorrow.
Changing that locomotive didn't work.
Oh, is it still?
Circuit breaker's still tripping. The circuit breaker's only a few feet away from me. I just have to get up and go push the button. Oh, that's impressive, Cody, there. Look at that.
He does have a really good paint scheme.
Look at that.
Let's see. I'm having to manually pan the camera. Why are you stopping? There's a few pieces of the track I need to... It stopped there again. Let's see. Am I able to run more than one engine? Will it let me? Because for whatever reason, it does not let me run more than one engine. Oops, that's right angled. Yeah, I have no idea why. That is interesting. That for whatever reason, it has only let me run or have power to one train. And it's not short.
There. I just set up a poll for what decoder install should be for next stream.
Oh, it's letting me run that, so we'll see it.
I'm not sure, Rebel. What?
The ST7s, those are the Black Widow paint schemes, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And the SD9s were the same thing too.
Yeah, I voted for the SD7.
I guess SD9s. Then again, I'm a sucker for 4-axle power, so I prefer 38s over 6 axles.
Tim says none.
It's all Joe's fault.
I didn't do it. No.
Now I have to underail.
You know, I think the only problem with the Scotsman is gonna be where the motor is in the tender and not the engine itself. I think that would be the only problem with it.
Because you have the pancake motor on top of that.
Yep. Yep.
So, that is an interesting one.
What's that?
One of the pieces that I just did not say it wrong, soldered together, is one of them that's causing problems. That is
Really?
interesting. Yeah. But it is the one that I've been having problems with for a while, but I didn't want to look for another piece of track to... I hope I made Tim happy not saying solder.
It's solder, just when Tim's here.
For me, it's solder. Solder. S-O-D-D-E-R, solder.
So yes, I have a little track issues I need to work on.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that N-Scale decoder works really well for this Joe's Trains Gevo.
Yeah.
Because
So you
the
can track one.
the SW2 is winning. And I don't
So-
remember how to get this off.
What engine you running now, Joe?
I don't know, which one should I run?
Your Gevo, in my opinion, but my opinion matters about.
Steam?
You're a big boy. I'm kidding.
It's currently in a display case.
That's why I said it.
What I need to do with mine.
Because,
Mine in a display case.
alright, Cody, you're gonna have to tell me how to get this cab off again.
What cab?
The switcher.
Oh, here I come.
Just throw it on the ground.
That works. So,
That's his normal
to-
suggestion.
That is my normal suggestion to throw it. No, my normal suggestion is throw it at a wall.
That
But
is true.
so, do you have the cab with you or the Loco with you?
Yep.
Okay, so it's the right side of the Loco. Grab with your thumb and your index finger the bottom of the cab,
Okay.
and like kind of pull up. I don't have a narrow cab with me. I don't have any narrow cabs. Oh no, I do. I have part of a narrow cab.
Alright,
Or,
that works. I just had
oh,
to
did
stick
you
a
get it?
screw. I just had to stick a flat blade in there. Maybe.
I will say-
Yeah, I was gonna say you just have to. If you pick up or the side is, or the put like your fingers here and here, and then pull out and up. And it should come a little, and then you might have to do it on the other side. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't break this earlier.
Nice.
B&O, body and odor.
As you can see, it's a convertible. It's getting a
What's that?
DD40 or DD35 or whatever.
Okay. There.
It is getting a new body over top of it, but I wanted to use a pin, and I didn't want to have to try to 3D print or anything the pins. So it's like I'm just going to shave pretty much everything, but leave some structure to it, and it's going to get body put over, and the whole cab is actually going to be cut off too.
Yeah, not a whole lot of room in here, but I think just enough. I can just get the wires in there, and then put the decoder in here.
If you can't
Black
figure it out, then
I would say black out the windows then.
I'm trying to think, how did Larry do it? Because Larry had a sound decoder in the thing.
Hmm.
I'd have to go back and watch his video on it again, but he had a sound decoder in the same exact thing, but it was in Southern.
Yeah, well, his had this board up here where he took that off and put that on, didn't he?
Did he take the board? I know NCE used to have a board, but I think it discontinued.
I don't know, I think it's just enough room for those tiny decoder wires, and I'll have to really shorten things up. But that will be... It's leading so far.
Well, let's see. I need to get the...
You should
This
do
out.
a skill,
That's a hard or a big path.
Patience.
That I was going to go and scale, but I didn't have the patience, the eyes, or the nerves, or anything to be able to cut and scale apart and re-glue them back together.
Yeah, Tim, she just brought me Model Railroader resubscription special discount renewal form. 3 years for $108.
That's not bad. But here's my question: how often are you gonna look at them?
Oh, I take them to work and I read them.
Oh. Well, how often after you read them? How often do you look at them again?
There's a couple things I go back, because I took the whole stack up to work and, like, didn't I just see something like about that? But, you can get an electronic article. I don't, because I'm old school. Cody's waving a murder weapon around.
Murder.
Yeah, I still get the magazines.
Well, at least the power goes up. You got material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or toiletry paper.
There was actually one day where the power went out for, I think it was a couple seconds, but I just kind of sat there like, huh.
I know why I don't have as much problems with this SD90 as I do with the others.
You broke it?
The SD90 has a keep alive.
Ah, there you go.
Does it?
That
That's,
explains
yeah.
a lot.
It does have a keep alive in it, where all my others don't, but I'm one, I won't be happy until I get it to work without having to have keep alive.
yeah, not me. I'd rather just have keep lives.
Yeah, I mean,
I've only got one locomotive with a keep alive. It's a small steam switcher, packed away in a tote right now. I rarely ever use it, but that's the only locomotive I have, and it's a homemade keep alive.
Ah, okay. Yeah, this was the work of somebody else, and then I'm gonna guess the person that I bought it from is not the person that did everything. Because at one point it did look like it was pretty good. It was a Kato SB90, and then someone turned it into a SD70 ACU and everything. And it had a lot of detail parts, and then the paint is stripping away, and all the ditch lights and handrails and everything are destroyed. It was wired for rear ditch lights, but them also they were kind of destroyed before I got it. So I need to go through it and redo the whole thing when I repaint it.
Hello, Trevor. My buddy Trevor is watching.
Oh, hello, Trevor.
Hey, Trevor.
hello.
Oh, look, a cat. That monster. Evil monster.
Oh, yeah.
Godzilla.
A HIC. How does it run to begin with? Ooh, derail. Because I mean, as long as it runs without a decoder, I'm guessing could run pretty good with decoder. Might run a little bit better. Where to put one, I have no idea, but I've never had one of them apart either, so I couldn't tell you on that. But so if it runs super quiet and smooth, then decoder,
Man.
it might make it a little bit better, but I'm one that I never believe that a decoder will automatically turn a locomotive that runs bad into an engine that runs good. I mean, it can help some, but it's not, in my opinion, going to make a big difference.
It's a combination of the motor, the decoder, the pickups,
Yep.
stuff like that.
But where, like, I run 90% blue box, although the engine that is over there, which I think is actually dead right now, trying to be dead,
Trying to kill itself.
that is an after. Now it is dead because it just shorted out for whatever reason. That is a normal Athearn with its shell removed. But 90% of like these, the Athearn blue box, they run pretty good, or well, run really good, and then I have noticed the decoder does make them run a little bit better, but it's not much. But they are in general decent engines.
You know, I will say for the Bachmann Spectrum,
They run like dog crap.
well, after putting this decoder in, made no difference for sound.
Joe,
Hmm.
do you have a
Really?
daylight?
No.
I have a daylight. I have a Bachmann daylight Spectrum with factory bullshit Bachmann.
Are the gears cracked?
No. It runs. It's secondhand. I bought it at a train store about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But I got a BLI one now. And I've got it programmed to the road number if I'm not mistaken. And I don't have a need for it now since I have the BLI.
So you said you've been building your layout for how long, Jim?
It's been a good 15 years on this. A good 15 years, yeah.
Quite a while.
And I bought the house 20 some odd years ago. My wife and I and the kids. The kids have grown up and they're doing their own thing now. But this is the house that we're going to have forever. So this is my forever layout, and this will be the last one I ever build, I'm sure.
Within 5 years of owning the house, he built a layout.
I'm surprised you didn't do it sooner.
Yeah. He probably had to talk the wife into letting him have the whole basement.
Oh, the
Prob-
basement is mine, sir. Let me tell you something, Morgan. That's it. This is my area down here. I spend 90% of my time down here in the basement. And my wife, the dining room is hers. The dining room is her area. I never go in there. She does all her sewing and stuff in there. So, my wife and I, we each have our own areas of the house.
Oops. What
And,
was
we
that?
pretty much, it keeps us married by being able to stay away from each other.
Right. So, Michael, I do have, I don't know if you could really consider it a Vanderbilt, but this is the one I've got. Technically got two of them, but the other one is now a dummy unit.
I am down to one steam engine. I did have two, but I'm down to one.
And I would add that one to the decoder install list, but it is also a Bachmann split frame, and there's no room in that engine.
Well, you'd have to add pickups and a plug and everything, but you could put it
In the tender,
The-
yeah.
That's where everybody else does it. That's where pretty much factory does everything on steam engines, is they put it in the tender.
Yeah, I'll
And
just keep it classic.
Then they had those multi-pin connections between the tender and the locomotive. I find they fail quite often. The pins, the wires get flexed too much and they kind of break and that kind of thing.
So the daylight I have, both of them are Bachmann. I was actually very surprised. They run really great. The Berkshire, its wires, it does have the
It's a piece
pin,
of junk.
the plugs and everything, but I was surprised that the wires in the tender have like a little channel where they will slide in and out of the tender. So as it turns, it will kind of slide back and forth where it's not, I guess, catching on anything. Where the Daylight, it just had wires coming out and then they would hang down or whatever, and where you could potentially catch them. But I was surprised with the Berkshire that it actually slid it in and out.
Oh, that's a decent design.
Yeah. Wait, Tim has more.
Tim has
diesel.
more diesels than steamers. See,
He
I
even has
told
more
you. I told
electric locos than steamers. That is unheard of. How dare you, Tim?
If I could figure out a way of having a camera over on my scale, I
So, like, me and Joe right now are using webcams, but we can hook up our phone. I'm Android, and I think Joe is
Well, my
iPhone.
that camera that is showing the layout now is an iPhone.
Oh, yep. I'm looking at Discord.
Yeah, my layout right now is on an iPhone, and I've also got. Let me see here, my webcam. For me here. Let's see the time delay here. There I am, right there. Now this is what's going on behind me. The layout is directly in front of me. So behind me, it's all, workshop and Flutter, 3D printers and the rest of that. And it doesn't look too much different from Corky's basement.
So, let's see.
Doesn't look that much different from
Yeah.
my mess, other than you've kind of got it organized. Mine's just thrown everywhere.
My whole.
Over there, I got the washer and dryer and all the stuff going on around me. And directly on the other side is the layout.
Let's see.
And this is the computer here that I've got going right now. Yeah. That's JMRI up the top of the screen there. That's the layout, partially covered by the YouTube. And I got some throttles open right here, running the trains. And I gotta go reset that circuit breaker again.
Let's pull this work.
See, I'm gonna move this over here.
So, I have a question, Joe.
Yes.
If I screen share for like 5 seconds, will you have to click watch the screen?
yes.
Most likely, yes.
Okay, I just want to see. Well, Big Hoss is in here, so he'll be able to see it real quick. I'm like,
Yeah, there we
let's
are.
see. Let's see, is this working? It might be. No, wait, that's right. I did something wrong. Oh, I know why. I closed Arian. Oh, give me a second.
Yeah, isn't there a whole thing over there, Tim, where it was guys were gold mining or something as soon as they would get a basement or something like? I know I heard the story, I just can't remember exactly what it is.
Okay, so I can just do this. This will be more or less for Big Hall.
That's the other side of the layout there, too.
Let's see.
Figured I'd get the train coming up the hill.
Here you go, Big House. So this is Arian, which is the same thing as Joe is doing, but I'm using my phone. So you could always do that. I'm on Android. He's on, iPhone. So you can use either or. And it's free minus a couple settings where I can do
Which
specific stuff.
it doesn't
with-
bother me. Like zoom
Right.
in, zoom out, all that
Yeah,
other
where
stuff.
I can auto zoom into if I wanted to zoom into that or whatever. and then I could always put it into that mount or any mount or whatever, so that's something you could think about. Oh, you actually had it, Joe. I didn't know you had it up.
Yeah. I did it just for you, Cody.
Oh. But, so, yeah, you have that option as a webcam. I was using it for a while as a actual normal webcam, literally taped to the screen. Like I used painter's tape and taped it on the first live stream with Dave. And then I got the webcam, so just some options for you.
I had something along that line, but I can't remember what I had.
Looks like the train's running all right there, Cody.
Over here it does, and then when it hits over there, it will probably... Yep. Now it's going to take off like crazy and then probably derail because there's a little gap and this last card doesn't like it.
My only issue is I have a mount, but I don't actually have it out. It's all packed away. To hold my phone up.
So when are you moving? You must be moving fairly soon then.
End of November. Sometime in November or October.
Wow.
There, actually made it. Without derailing.
Oh, look at that. That looks pretty sharp, Cody.
There's some stuff I have to work out because it likes cutting out.
Well, you literally just got it done, so
Oh, I know.
There's bound to be
There is.
something.
I had no practice time on it. I'm just waiting for it to get all the way over to here and cut out. It's actually going to cut out now. Yep.
Oh, you guys might be able to see on stream, I got the BNSF GP38 hiding back there behind the silos. I just remembered that was there.
Oh, yeah.
Just
behind the silos.
Just need to put a decoder back in it. I stole it for my Rio Grande PA units.
Tisk, 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 tisk.
But, yeah, them passenger cars are actually the first cars I painted. And then I started painting the logos and all that. And this is actually my only engine that is not blue and orange that I painted. This was a one-off, was Rio Grande. And I'm to phase 4 of paint schemes because my fake railroad is going on long enough that it has phases of paint schemes.
Moving on into the future. The future
Right.
of the CO and RK railroad.
Yep. Hey, you remembered. Good job.
Jeez, my truck's dirty. That's gross.
Do you know that is actually a good point? My track has been setting for a while and it's probably in general dirty.
That's just from rubbing a little bit on my finger. That's gross.
Oh, yeah, mine is. I did the same. And mine is very dirty.
Okay, there's a little discussion there. What does everybody do for cleaning track?
I
Outside.
had a track cleaner. I have no idea where it is though.
I have one track.
I do track cleaners and then I do alcohol, but usually what I do, and it usually keeps up, is run one of these just standard track planer cars.
Yeah, I got a Union Pacific one, which is somewhere.
I've got one of the rolling types of the one with the brass roller in it.
Yep.
And I've got a couple of those types. I've got two Tommy track cleaner cars coming. So I can actually run track.
But let's see.
Yeah, I use those lifelike cabooses with the pads on the bottom, and I run them in sets of 3 and 4. I wet the first pad, and I run 3 behind it dry to wipe, and I use Goo-Gone. I use Goo-Gone on the rails, and it's worked fine for me. Some people say Goo-Gone leaves a residue, and that kind of gums up, but I've never had an issue with that. That's probably because I run the dry pads behind it to wipe as it goes along.
Just something to bring it up and then clean that Goo-Gone off.
Yes, exactly. The first pad is soaked, so it kind of soaks the crud that's on the rails and stuff, and then 3 cars directly behind it wipe it up as it goes along.
Years ago, I had one of them fancy powered things where it does all the cleaning and everything.
Oh, is it that Bachmann thing?
No, was it Bachmann? I thought it was the Atlas or something, but it was a really fancy looking car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was silver,
and
yeah.
I think this one was yellow, but they might have had a silver.
Yeah, there you go.
We're gonna try this.
Oh, hey.
And I bring a chair over here.
Actually, no, I'm going to look.
Let's see how the Givo does at full speed.
No.
It might have been with it. Oh, it was one of them things. It was the tank car, the brass tank car. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't remember who makes it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it has the little caps on the top of it.
Little cap on the top. Yep.
I think you and I were thinking the same thing, Jim. Evening Dale. It kind of looks like a MOW car.
Yes,
exactly. EC something or other, or
yeah, something.
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
the club back home, they had one, and they hooked it up to where it didn't take track power. It used a 9-volt battery, and it scrubbed.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Yep.
Drew, that would be Big Hoss.
I can't look at the actual screen now.
Yes. Hello, Dale.
Hi, Dale.
Something short to it. No,
So the-
He's not trying to connect.
I guess I need to add weight to that boxcar too, because pushing all these passenger cars backwards, which I've never usually had problems with, even though they're truck-mounted couplers, I've never had problems pushing these backwards. But the car that is not coupler-mounted, or truck-mounted coupler, he decided it wanted to derail.
Yeah, Drew was asking about Morgan's layout there. N scale.
Yeah.
There's a little bug riding on my hopper.
Well, some of the spiders are still there. I just noticed 3 of them. Let's see.
Well, that's impressive, Morgan.
That is.
That is really nice. Love the UP.
I need to get some low pipe pass regardless of different cars. here's one for you, Joe.
Is it a Gevo?
Now she's pulling the excursion set.
Holy crap, that thing is... just keeps going! Holy crap!
I mean, I can put another 6 cars on it.
Holy crap.
So, if that car, because I have a car that flipped over. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
If it would have flipped over where the engine is, it would have hit the floor.
That's where your hole is?
That's where the hole starts. So it judging by how narrow the car is, it probably would have hit the floor. It would have kind of slid down in a small hole.
Wow, look at that thing flying by. That is really... How many cars do you have on there, Morgan, if you don't mind my asking?
15 plus an auxiliary one.
Quite a lot. But yeah, just remember, Jim, I guess I've got a thing going on. Wearing another Coke shirt. Just for you.
Oh, yes. Yeah, thank you. I'd show you my Pepsi, but I'm not on there right now.
Alright, I got
No, it's
some
okay.
coming up.
Don't worry about it, man. It's no big deal. Let's see here.
Alright, I gotta take my chair over there.
Logitech webcam. There we go. Pepsi, sir. Okay.
Coors Light tonight.
Why is it struggling? Why are you struggling trying to hold two cars?
I think we're just on the struggle bus today, Big Hoss.
No, this AC 4400 is not gonna fit 2 cars.
Alright, Tim, well, we will see you back next week, probably.
Hey, Tim, have a good night.
I think it's about time we wrapped up here.
Wait.
All waits.
Holy crap.
It doesn't have enough, so it's like look, it has body-mounted couplers. Body-mounted couplers are supposed to be better to push backward.
Oh,
not
I see. Tim.
Your...
What's that?
Me or Cody?
No, what was that? I heard my name.
Oh, I said, I see Tim.
Oh, Tim.
He wasn't going. He's just telling us what he's drinking.
Oh, okay. I suppose I need to get my hearing checked now. And get glasses and get my hearing checked.
Yeah, I need to go to the dentist. I need to get my eyes checked. I need everything.
That might be enough weight. Maybe now it will go backwards.
Tim and Jim, you guys are just kids. What are you talking about?
Me? I'm 58. I'll be 59 in December.
You're still young. My grandfather is 87 this year. Yeah, 87.
I'd be happy with 87.
And he's still going strong.
If I thought I had another 30 years ahead of me, I might tear down this one and start another one.
Don't you do it.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Dale. I meant to say I need to go to the dentist and get my eyes checked.
I didn't catch that, but yeah, good one, Dale. Good one. I actually spent a couple of days in the hospital last week.
Oh, that's not good.
I won't bore you with medical issues, but I had some kidney stones I had taken care of. And,
That's a lot
You
better
better-
than some things, but never fun to go to the hospital.
oh no, it was actually a pretty bad case. I went to the hospital, and it was a good sized hospital, Good Samaritan Hospital. Yeah, they said they couldn't help me there. I had to go to another hospital. So they called me an ambulance and took me to a hospital in Boston. And they took care of me there, Boston Medical Center.
Oh wait, I gotta do this for Joe. I'll run.
You know, I'm calling all -8s, -9s,
Gino.
AC 4400s. I'm calling them all Givos now.
Toasters, as I call them.
Toasters.
That's what they're actually called, are toasters. Oh, I can't do it right there.
Maybe this will be enough weight.
Maybe.
I think that's 3 ounces of weight I added to it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You added a lot.
Well, I want results. And the results I was getting is not good enough. So it either gets good results or it gets thrown at a wall. Not really, but
I don't
maybe.
I miss my old one. Might just have to start phone. My phone. Well, there you go, Joe. Really?
Now, to get high-speed track cleaning,
High speed.
we're going to get clean track or we're going to get derailment.
Alright, Joe. You're gonna get it. You're gonna enjoy what you're fixing to see. Hurry up, 844, get across the diamond.
That's
God.
not as high speed as I wanted.
Is that as fast as it'll go?
No. I have it set at 30. I don't like the lean. So that switch, those switches.
All the switches.
Because I have 2 of them, double crossovers for Kato.
I saw that in your picture. How well do they work?
They work pretty good. You can't have them reversed to where they'll run through it. You can only have them in normal, like if you're gonna have them crossover, you gotta have them stay in crossover.
Hmm.
Where is my button?
What the fuck? The fuck?
What the? Did my webcam stop?
Yes.
Why did it stop?
Oh, the rear card just came on. I
Oh.
don't know.
I did not, Dale. I completely forgot about that, to be honest. Let me get that loaded up.
I do have a slight problem with one of them, and I need to take care of it when I get a chance. I need to flip the wire that's in it around because when I got it, it was bent because it wasn't placed in the right shipping stuff. And I've gone in to try and fix it, but one of the blades just does not want to stay correct the way that it should.
Oh, there you are. Hmm.
So, do this.
Dale, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're in Discord. If you
Yeah.
could post a link for it. Because I guess I didn't save it. Thank you. Yeah, no, I need to send the turbine and the big boy off, so I can actually run them instead of having them in a display case. Yeah, I just went back through our messages and I couldn't find it, so... Oh, I need to catch this. I think something's derailed. Or not. All the derailments.
You're having derailments and I'm having no power.
That's funny. I haven't had any derailments either, but the circuit breaker keeps tripping. I gotta get up every 5 minutes and reset it.
So, did you order that 10, or you already had that 10 amp system, didn't you?
Yes, I was running on 5 amps originally, and you can see my layout, needs a little bit more than 5 amps.
Yeah.
So I figured I was, on that hairy edge. Every time I started a third train or something like that, the power would cut out. So I said, okay, yeah, I had a 10 amp power booster sitting aside, but I just never installed it. I installed it this week, and sure enough, as well as an amp meter. I got an AC amp meter, and sure enough, there's a spike, a short, every time it hits the reverse loop, and it's enough to trip the circuit breaker. The circuit breaker is set at 7 amps, so it's quite a short. So, but now that I've pinpointed where the short is, now I can concentrate on that area, and it's the reverse loop that's killing me. But it's got a 10 amp system now, and I still got the 5 amp. So I actually have a total of 15 amps. I need to set up power districts, more circuit breakers. I only have the one circuit breaker on the layout. And again, it's set at 7 amps. That's so I don't blow the 10 amp power supply.
Oh, a little blowage ain't gonna hurt it.
I'll be welding wheels to the rail every time I get a short circuit.
That's when you need to get the Miller generator out in order to power the layout.
Oh, you got
the
the coal
Miller
train
machine.
going.
So I have 3 boxes of the Kato 8-pack of the coal cars.
The Bethgons?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I have 3 boxes of them.
Have you seen how
The
much
eight-
they go for in HO scale?
They don't make them in HO.
The Bethgons?
Not in the packs like these.
Yeah, they do.
A different brand.
Oh, yeah.
Damn you freaking Kato couplers. Are you kidding me? Is there a re-railer over there? Yeah, there is. Hopefully that leak cord gets re-railed.
But yeah, the Bethgons that I have, Walther, they come in a pack of 6, and then Athearn come in a pack of 5.
Yeah, I've got some that are like that. Wish I had my 90 Mac to go with this, but I'm waiting on the decoder to come through it. That's 23, 816. $24 coal cars.
Oh wow.
It's a lot of coal cars.
Well, I have probably about. I have a ton, but they're not all the same types.
What's that?
Oh, cool cars.
Well, apparently Big Boy doesn't like carrying 20 passenger cars. But yet, it'll pull the coal drag just fine. I guess what I can do is transfer coal drag into the middle. Then I can pull the Montana rail link out.
That's neat.
I can't wait till I get my V11 set in, and I can actually have decent banked curves.
So you can run them even faster.
Something like that. What's that right there?
The heck is going on here?
Hey, whoever's banging, I'm trying to sleep here.
Trying to make sure my double-sided tape's staying down since I ran a lot of alcohol over it.
Damn it, Corky.
Alright, fine.
Don't worry, there's a dog barking right out there, and it barks until... Actually, it never stops barking.
You know you love her.
No, I'm not talking about my dog, I'm talking about
Oh.
Neighbor's dog.
Oh.
My dog, it doesn't really bark, but... I don't like barky dogs. But yeah, they're a dog, they bark all the time, but no matter what time it is, they blame us. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, does to me.
Like, we're in bed sleeping at 2 a.m., but it's our fault your dog's barking.
Yeah, you rowdy yahoos.
The only thing that I don't like is where this layout is located. It's on a hill. So everything likes to come rolling down.
I
Alright,
wonder...
here we go, Joe.
Oh, I just...
Since you guys were talking about drink of choice, here is my drink of choice.
Isopropyl alcohol.
91, yep, 91%.
Like this stuff?
Exactly that stuff.
It's 91% alcohol. That makes it 182 proof.
Yep. It's a killer.
Yeah.
Literally.
The stuff we were running on the race car was 99.9% methanol, so that's some nasty stuff if you got it on you or whatever. But it was nice because no matter how hot it was or whatever, wherever you had it stored, it was ice cold. No, it's fine, Tim. It's perfect. No problems at all.
What am I missing here?
The only thing that I
No.
don't
Joking about the alcohol going down the throat.
Oh,
Great
Everclear.
poison.
Ugh.
Add a little red dye in it just to give it some color, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like it's an expensive
Expensive
Bourbon.
wine.
wine.
Chardonnay.
But how about pink to make it bubble gum? Because they don't have. We'll start a new thing of expensive bubble gum alcohol.
Bubblegum flavored alcohol. Now, who's the target audience for that?
Not me.
Yeah, kids. But I mean, with our race fuel, it was kind of nice because our flames were pretty much invisible during the day. They're blue, so they're impossible to see. And everything, so they had a dye that you could put into it. I forget what the dye was, where it made it where you could actually see the flame. And you had it in flavors where you could get it standard dye, or you can get bubblegum or popcorn or whatever. So I usually did go, and I think, what was it, blueberry, and there's a few different ones, and I did go the bubblegum route, because if I had my car idling in the pits or whatever, people would walk up and it's like, why do I smell bubblegum really strong?
Who's making a cobbler?
But
Who's making my peachberry cobbler?
I did do the butterscotch the one time because I like butterscotch, but the bubblegum was, I don't know, I always liked the bubblegum of it.
I need to run my new Amtrak that I just got.
I would work Rebel.
Oh, Dale.
I wonder, let's see, that should be dry now. And I have 2 engines connected, so let's just go.
Connected together?
Yeah.
Oh.
Since I heavily alcoholed it, I'm hoping with 2 engines.
Oh, go.
Hmm?
I've got something that I've got snatched away.
I have a drill in.
Cocaine?
Yes.
Oh.
Ah,
You were on the subject of the ABA set.
Which one? Oh, the E units.
Yeah.
Man.
And they run beautiful.
Broadway Limited?
Kato.
Oh.
They're the ones that the OCS were for UP.
Oh, really?
Those were the actual road numbers for UP.
well, I got most way through the corner. So it's better than it was.
Causing confusion. Spontaneous.
Cody has a Brio set.
Let's see, that go to work.
There goes that guy.
You know, speaking of Kato,
90% of my fleet is Kato.
I have no idea where my F units are. I have an A and B Kato Union Pacific, but I don't see them.
I probably should have a.
Should I do my El Capitan or my Superliner? Or the, oh wait, I forgot. I have the City of Los Angeles set that I haven't run yet.
Ugh.
That's another 11 cars.
PB.
Stop.
I don't want to stop.
We almost had some death. Oh, I don't even think I picked it up on camera either.
Oh boy.
Well,
Kato.
got kinky over here.
And not in the good way?
Well, the piece of track that had a problem that I've been talking about, it decided it wants to get really kinky, and then it tried to kill a bunch of passengers.
It try? Looks like you killed a few there.
I don't know. They didn't tip over. Dave, his usually go over. Well, that didn't really go over. It's just...
This is the rest of my fleet.
Okay, maybe one of these windows busted out and then they fell down.
And they fell right in that little notch and all the way to the floor.
Yep. So yeah, maybe
I do like the
someone like
units.
right here did meet their end.
The Amtrak ones,
Oh yeah, they look good.
they're auto. They came with sound too. I also have 2 of these ugly Hubbards. The Siemens Chargers.
Oh
Ow.
yeah.
I have 2 of those. Here, I'll just do this.
Are they reliable like real life or no?
No.
So they're fitting in pretty good with what they actually are.
I mean, at
wasn't
least you got a nice case for it all.
Yeah, that is a nice case. Yes.
I've got 10 Rio Grande high top guns, you would say. Another BLI Kato Santa Fe. Y6B Santa Fe.
Nice.
Intermountain Deploy -2s. One was sound, one was non-sound. And then Kato, Siemens Charger, and then two E9s. I have a C&W E9 commuter set coming.
There you go. That
That'll
is
be nice.
2 pieces of track.
Oh, that is gross.
Yeah. And that's only 2 pieces. That's not even like that is that little piece down there and then the corner where it keeps dying. So the 2 places it keeps dying that's where that's from.
Come on, Cody. We got to see this get around the layout once.
I don't think that's happening. Oh, I need to turn power back on.
Whoops.
Cody, Cody, Cody.
That lasted long. You know what? I need to MU these together.
Pleasure. You know what? Screw it. I'm pulling out my P-42 AM fleet set that I just bought. See how that runs. Even though I don't care for the AM fleets,
Oh, great.
I prefer my superliners.
Cody, you have another disconnect.
Yeah. My whole layout is a disconnect. Oh, it's that stupid switch again.
What switch? I don't see a switch.
Ah,
I
there's
don't
a.
have switches. I'm not Cody. I don't have switches.
Funny enough, Joe said did not do switches today, but
Aw, you jinxed me.
did you derail or disconnect?
Disconnected. My
A
call
Y6B. Let's see, I'll pull up the old Googles here. Just for you.
Oh,
Tim.
you.
Let's see.
Somebody said Y6B. Should I pull out my Y6B to pull my cold drag with it?
Let's see if I can get a side shot here. Alrighty. That's not the screen I wanted it to be.
Well, I have someone that decided that they don't want to be a part of the train. So I will uncontest you.
There you go, Tim. This is a big old steamer.
Oh.
Oh, I just caught a piece of that with a Challenger. Is that a picture of a Challenger or a big
That's
boy?
the Y6B.
Oh, white. Okay.
The one that I'm running right now, Joe, is the big boy.
Holy crap. Lionel Legacy. $1,799.99.
Well, I guess I am never gonna own one of those. That picture is the closest I'm ever gonna get to that.
That's a lot of money.
That's about as much it is for a down payment on a car.
Yeah,
Almost. Aw, Rebel. He found an old River Rossi one for $50.
Oh wow. Let's see. Will it go now? Probably not. I don't have high hope.
I do.
As of how the whole train does not want to go with it, my hopes are even worse.
So you have the tender, you just don't have the engine tin. Well, that's kind of useless.
The main piece that I need is the track cleaning car, and it does not like cooperating.
We still need to find you a cab forward there, Tim.
That's what I need to get. I need to get one of the old BLI forwards.
Oh, that's why I have coupler height problems.
Dale's got a GG1 Amtrak. Very nice, Dale. That's what I'm running right now. Amtrak GG1.
Yeah. The centipede of locomotives.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
I made-
again, I have the centipede of tenders.
That just failed.
The one I have is I have a Pennsylvania one, the Amtrak. I gotta find a Penn Central one. You know, the black with the white scroll letters.
What, you mean Penniless Central?
Penn Central. That just drops right into the era that I model. I wouldn't mind getting another Bachmann one. The DCC sound value, because this one here that I have, it runs and sounds really nice. And it happens to be the only one that doesn't trip the circuit breaker.
My train does not want to cooperate.
I will say this though about this Proto 2000 or 1000 Y6B. Trailing for not like reverse movements.
You know, Tim, I just went on eBay real quick and I found a cab forward for $150. River Rossi. Oh, it's definitely used. Southern Pacific.
Oh!
What'd you do?
So,
Oh, your train's running away.
no, there's something different. I was standing in the way like a doofus. So, do you see something wrong with this engine here?
Not in particular. No, looks perfect.
I'll have to get Iruin up. Because it's not... And it only happened for that. It didn't happen for the passenger car. I'm surprised at that. So let me bring up Iruin. Let me find it. It is 100% derailed, but the way it derailed is the best part. Let me see. Share screen. So you ready?
Holy crap.
There's something.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
So it hit that switch. See, that's the switch that's going to go to a bridge right here, and it's going to go to the yard over there. But for some reason, it auto switched and decided it did not want to go.
That's one of those Back to the Future locomotives. It's like speeding off to the bridge that will be there in the future. You know, the steam locomotive, the bridge wasn't there, and Doc Brown says, "Oh yeah, it'll be there 80 years from now. Just keep going at 88 miles an hour."
But yeah, so it decided that it didn't want to play. It got tired and it was going home.
My Y6B does not want to pull these coal cars.
So, but yeah, I was not expecting it because where I looked away, and then I noticed the small blue engine was passing it, and it didn't make any sense to my mind of how it does. There's only one track or one line, and it's getting passed.
Oh man. Well, it is getting late. I believe it is time to end the stream.
I am good with that.
Very good, sir. Very good.
Sorry.
Enjoyable evening.
Sorry, Jim, I never got a full lap for you.
Well, now we have a goal for next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on my power supply. Cody's going to work on his track cleaning. And what are you going to work on, Joe? You have a decoder to install next week?
I got a couple decoders to buy, yeah.
I will not be here next Thursday. This following Thursday I'll be here. The following Thursday I will not be here. Let's get this Y6B around.
I'm really Yep.
Just brought my trains to a gentle stop. I'm very happy. Not a single derailment. It's been over 2 hours now. It's been
3 hours.
3 hours. Wow. 3 straight hours. 2 trains running. No derailments. I'm happy with that. And the bridges worked awesome.
They did.
Yes, they did.
They up and down with no issues. They just got to work out that power issue.
Well, anyways, good night, everybody. Thank you for joining.
See ya.
Thank you for having me. Good night out there, everybody. ONR, Tim's Bits and Pieces, Rebel.
Dale.
And
Dale. Whoever else is out there.
Yeah.
Danny was out there for a while. I don't know if he's still here.
Yeah, good night, Danny, if you're still out there.
As some people would say, "Hey Brian, you out there yet?"
And of course, Gordon.
Oh, local rail fan, good night.
Yes, local.
Joe.
Yep. See you, Jim.
Yes, good night. Thank you very much for having me.
Yep.